Welcome back. Joining us now is Nathan Colt Young, a country artist marking his country sound around the Lone Star State. Nathan, welcome to the show today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me about your music career. How did you get started?
Well, it started a long time ago. I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I saw a movie with George Strait called Pure Country. And I was so enthused by it and so inspired, and I told my parents that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. And my dad said, well, that's great, but make sure you have a backup profession, which I did, which was welding. Me and my dad were both welders. And then as years passed, I always loved to entertain family, friends, make them laugh or make them smile, make them happy.
The stage is your calling, is where you wanted to be.
Pretty much.
So speaking about the stage, so off camera we were talking about you had a brief Broadway career.
A little Broadway career.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I'm a musical kid, not really good at musicals, but I enjoy them.
Well, as I said earlier, I love to sing and dance, and I had my parents found an audition at a theater in Lockhart where I went to school back then it was called the Baker Theater. And so I did an audition. It was a small role. I think it was a Christmas play, I think is what it was. And then after that, I fell in love with the theater, fell in love with the stage, and that was back in 1999. And then from there, just kept on going up until my senior year in high school, where after I graduated. And then I was offered to do a little Broadway musical for a little company in San Antonio. Did that and did another musical. I think it was our rendition of High School Musical.
Everybody does that one. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah, just about everybody that I knew in theater, they did that show many times. And then after that, took a break from theater, and then I think I was about going back a little bit, about when I was 16 years old, I had the opportunity to go to New York with
the Big Apple.
The Big Apple, with the theater group, and we saw 12 Broadway shows. We was there for about 2 weeks. We saw 12 Broadway shows, from Les Miserables to Phantom of the Opera, which I still love to this day, even though it's no longer here.
But incredible musical.
It's an incredible musical. It still goes on to everybody's hearts, and everybody will never forget it.
So let's touch on that, about music touching people's heart. What do you want audiences or fans to take away from your music?
Well, the music that I write, the songs I write, is to make people relate. Like, well, let me put it this way, they've been through the same problems that I have, or they have good times and they had bad times. Let make people think that they're not alone in this world.
A relatable song.
A relatable song.
That brings kind of people unity almost.
Exactly. I had one person said that I'm the Dr. Phil of country music, because that they can relate to my songs and my lyrics. And it's a good thing, and music is for everybody. It's a very powerful tool. It's
a universal language almost. So
it is just like it. It makes people happy during sad times, or make them make people forget what they were upset about in the beginning. And Red Skelton said this, I don't know if you know of the comedian Red Skelton. He said, and I quote, "Everybody was put here for a purpose, and that's to build and not to destroy. And that's my purpose, is to make people forget of what they were upset about, or comfort them."
A comfort, that's a good word.
Comfort them through hard times.
All right. Well, Nathan, thank you so much, and I'm excited to hear your music, which we are going to have up next.
Here at home,